and you posted a video challenging me on video.
Oh, listen. That's enough out of you. Stop antagonizing.
I'm not trying to antagonize.
You're poking the bear, and you don't want to poke the bear.
Okay, I'm not trying to antagonize.
That going forward, welcome everybody to the Phenomenal Wrestling Podcast, where we have started this day off wonderful and delightful, and it just crashed and burned recently. We'll get into that a little later on. We're gonna recap our week of wrestling with Raw, Smackdown, 205, NXT, and you name it. We're gonna goof off like we usually do, probably. Once again, I got Nell joining me.
Orale!
Along with the Broken Zel returning this week.
Yes, I am back, yes.
Wow, what enthusiasm! And unfortunately, we do not have Shell with us this week. She is at the works of work.
Oh, she's working tonight?
Yes, she's working. So that being said, let's begin with the oh-so-wonderful Monday Night Raw, which started out with Roman Reigns chilling in the ring, saying he was screwed and wants another opportunity at Money in the Bank because Jinder Mahal cost him his opportunity. Which then came out Kurt Angle telling him he's not going to get another opportunity. Mm-hmm. That he should have done what was best for business in the first place and put Jinder Mahal in a Money in the Bank opportunity. I could see the fumes in Roman and the fumes in Kurt, because Kurt had to say this stuff. He almost slipped up a couple times saying, "Do what's best for best for business." And it's like, damn. How do you feel? You are now Stephanie McMahon's puppet.
I thought, honestly, when I was watching this, that Roman was going to take a jab at Kurt. Maybe, like, cut a little thing on Kurt Angle. Not necessarily hit him, but, like, flip out on him. But he was pretty cool about it. He was like, okay, I understand you got to do what you got to do, but now I got to do what I have to do. Yeah,
and with him doing that, I thought maybe he was going to go backstage and flip the truck out.
On Vince again?
On Vince, on somebody, Triple H, Stephanie
Michael
herself.
P.S. Hayes.
But no, he actually went backstage and found Jinder Mahal and beat the living crap out of Jinder.
How do you feel about that, Broken Zel?
Well, it's as we said before, it's one of the best feuds of all time going forward.
Roman and Jinder?
Yes, and by that I mean it's a total travesty, and that we don't need it, and I don't know why they are pursuing said feud, but
we know why. Roman's not over yet in Vince's eyes. Let's take a guy that no one likes and see if Roman can go over.
This is what scares me. Because what if Jinder goes over and Roman doesn't? What if it backfires and the wrong person goes over?
It's very possible. and then hey, we'll have Jinder Mahal beat Brock Lesnar and become the new Universal Champion.
Lord.
It's quite possible. But the thing here that really pissed Roman off even more was Kurt saying that Jinder was going to be in a Money in the Bank opportunity tonight in a triple threat with Elias and Bobby Lashley. Mm-hmm. That was when Roman was like, "Yep, well, it's done then, so I'm going to go do what I got to do." That's when he went backstage. They went at it, put in Jinder through walls and barricades and slamming into anything that was possible.
Yep.
Then once it started coming out to the ring, that's when everybody came out and separated it, stopped it all.
But if this is a sign to Vince, it's after Roman beat the shit out of Jinder in the middle of the ramp area, crowd was chanting "Roman sucks." They didn't say you both suck. They said Roman sucks.
Yes. Now, back to the good part of Raw where talent pursued. We had a Intercontinental title match with the oh-so-amazing Seth Rollins against the also-amazing Kevin Owens. Mm-hmm. This match was... I enjoyed this match thoroughly because I loved the both of them. And regardless of who it is, these two will put on a great match with anybody. With KO coming back in through the ropes, though, at the end, he got curb stomped, pinned 1, 2, 3. Now, this is Seth retaining because personally he is not going to be losing that title anytime soon, I don't think. I actually have a prediction of how that's going to happen. I think in the coming, because how he's doing this whole open challenge things, somebody is very soon to come back, and I think we're just going to say, who back there wants to challenge me? Who? And then in comes Dean Ambrose. A returning Dean Ambrose is what my prediction is for that. Which would be very interesting. So commentary, it went to commentary after the match, and they said they're waiting on word on Jinder Mahal to see if he was able to compete for that men's qualifying, as well as they started talking about Nia Jax versus Rousey, which I feel like this is still too soon.
I already don't like her.
I feel like this is still too soon for the Ronda Rousey's title opportunity.
I feel it is also too soon for the title opportunity, as well as it was so cringy.
Very.
And that's coming from a broken persona.
See, what my thoughts are on this, they need to have this match after the women's title. After the women's Money in the Bank match. Because at that point, I feel like whoever wins that Money in the Bank is going to cash in and it not be a actual ending, and with Nia taking a pinfall.
See, I believe that, per my premonitions, they are still going to go on with this feud with Sister Neidhart. And therefore, I believe Natalya is going to cost her match, and they will then feud and have a match at SummerSlam.
It's quite possible.
I can see that, yeah.
It's very, very possible there. Now, they came back from a commercial break and still continued to talk about it, but then it led to Kurt Angle being backstage on the phone while the Miztourage rolled up. And compliant? Yeah, compliant? What the hell? What did I write? But basically they asked for a match. And I kind of felt bad for them with Miz leaving because I was kind of worried that they were going to go nowhere. But they ended up being granted a match, being called the B team, and they ended up facing Fandango and Breeze later on in the night. But before that match took place, there was a Money in the Bank qualifying match with Baron Corbin, Bobby Roode, and No Way Jose. I was somewhat okay with this match. I feel like it wasn't that good because Baron Corbin was in it along with No Way Jose.
What's your beef with No Way Jose?
I love No Way Jose, but I feel like he was just a filler in this match.
He's the type of guy who became a filler and stole that triple threat match. The fans were chanting No Way Jose. They were cheering when he was trying to go in for a pin, and the fans really into it. No Way Jose would have Baron Corbin pins 1, 2. Baron Corbin would kick out, and the fans would be like, "Oh!"
Because out of everyone in this match, No Way Jose is the most over.
Poor Bobby.
He's more over than Bobby.
Bobby needs to be healed.
But they literally put him in this match just to eat the pin.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Because, Vince is way too up Baron Corbin's ass for him to eat any pins right now, so.
Way too up his ass. But after the match led to another backstage segment with Kevin Owens confronting Kurt Angle, demanding a rematch against Seth for the trouble he's been through. KO said he'll call Stephanie McMahon, which, no surprise there, with KO been threatening that left and right. And then Kurt says he's tired of being threatened, and Owens says he's not a threat, it's reality. Angle goes into the trainer's room to see Jinder with his ribs taped up and being tended to. Jinder says he'll wrestle if he has to, and he'll qualify for Money in the Bank. And then it went to another commercial break as usual. Then was that tag match with Breezango against the B team. I was so happy that the B team won. It was it was a pretty decent match, but I was so happy that they won. They needed this.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time they won?
Poor guys.
Like, legitimately answer that. When was the last time they won?
Curtis Axel was when he was teamed up with Paul Heyman, and he became the
Lord.
Intercontinental Champion. And Bo Dallas was when he was NXT Champion before Adrian Neville.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, let's put it this way. It's been a very long time.
Put it this
for
way,
both
Bo
of them.
Dallas was relevant when Neville had a first name.
But I do love what happened after they won, where they called out the what? The Deleter of Worlds, saying that they're coming for the Raw Tag Team Champions. I kind of think this is leading towards a giant deleted faction.
I do too. I can see that happening. In order to save these two guys, even though the B team is already over and they've only been around for a week.
Yes, I believe it would be splendid if they were to join the Deleter of Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Delete you!
Yes.
And then the next match after that was the oh-so beautiful Ember Moon, Natalya, and Sasha Banks versus the Riot Squad. Obviously, this was going to be a good match with basically the entire team of Ember, Natalya, and Sasha, and Ruby Riott. I feel like Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan still need a little bit of work. They're very green in the ring still. But luckily, they are tagged up with Ruby Riott because Ruby Riott will make them better, and they can make the matches look good. Surprisingly, that I didn't see this coming was a sharpshooter to tap out Liv Morgan. I thought somebody like Liv was gonna get pinned by an Eclipse or something. Mm-hmm. I didn't see Natalya being the one to make them tap out.
I kind of see that only because of this Ronda Rousey thing.
Yes,
so they have to make Natalya look somewhat unstoppable right now.
Yeah. Which I feel like Natalya is about to die though.
Yeah, she's gonna get her ass kicked.
Facts. But after the match, commentary was then again hyping up something for later on, which was a tag team match with Braun Strowman and Finn Balor against Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. When I saw this, I'm like, no.
I was so nervous.
That was my first thought. I'm like, they're already gonna bury them. No. But shocker, later on things happened. Then you had the Deleter of Worlds versus the Revival.
Poor Revival.
They deserve better. They absolutely deserve better.
They work so damn fucking hard, and Triple H always talks well about those two, but they're just the next tag team jobber. They have the same fate as the Ascension had, where the Ascension was the top guys in NXT, came over and they became nothing. Now the Revival is literally following their footsteps. It's only a matter of time before they use paint on their faces.
See, for the Revival, I feel like what's hurt them is injuries, though. Since they've come up on the main roster, they keep bouncing back and forth with who's injured. Yeah. It's like, okay, I got injured last time. This time it's your turn. But after that was Sami Zayn standing in the ring, saying he's going to release information on who Bobby Lashley actually is. I actually really enjoyed this promo. I just feel so damn bad for Sami Zayn.
Brother Zayn is gonna die.
He's going to freaking die. It's
I'm
not
very
even funny.
worried about this segment next week.
Brother Zayn is going to be rendered obsolete. Yes.
They're doing him so dirty. It's not even funny. Because Sammy went on to say that basically Bobby Lashley is a farce. He's bullshit. And he got in contact with Bobby Lashley's sisters, who are going to be on Raw next week.
Yes.
Oh boy.
This is going to be something. Something indeed.
It's going to be. I'm so worried. Every time they do something like this, it ends up being so stupid.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen. Don't say that, though. Because they've done something like this, but to a different extent, where it was CM Punk versus Jeff Hardy. And Jeff Hardy and CM Punk's promos during that entire feud. Voila.
But also remember when it was Sister Bliss and Sister Bailey in This Is Your Life segment.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
It's a double-edged sword. It really is.
It really is.
Oh, God. What segments? I don't know what you're talking about. Those never happened. Speaking of Sister Bliss and Bailey, after that segment with Sami Zayn was Alexa Bliss, Bailey, and Mickie James for a Money in the Bank qualifying match. Not gonna lie, Mickie is boring me now. I was so hyped when Mickie came back, but now she's literally boring me. I'm kind of over it.
Well, the sad thing is she's not booked to do anything. She's booked to just sit there. And...
She was booked to be muscle for Alexa for a while. And then they stopped that and then started that again.
It's pretty bad when you're booked to be muscle for someone and that someone has more muscle than you do.
Well, she's got kids, man. She got kids.
I'm not saying that. Alexa Bliss is more of a badass than Mickie James. When they put Big E Langston with Dolph Ziggler, who was the badass out of the two, you know? You gotta put some big guy in it. When Batista came out with Reverend Devon, and he was just called...
Ah, yes, Deacon Batista.
Deacon Batista, yeah. You put Mickie James with Alexa Bliss? Come on. It should have been...
Maybe she's teaching her how to do porn.
Damn! Oh, wait, sorry. Damn! Well, that going forward, Alexa Bliss ends up winning, qualifying for the Money in the Bank. This is where my theory comes into play about Alexa Bliss winning Money in the Bank and then cashing in, and after Ronda Rousey beats like the living shit out of Nia, and then shoves Ronda out of the ring, cashes in, and then pins Nia.
See, I don't think that's a bad idea, but I feel like it's too soon. It is too soon to just have overcome the bullying angle with Sister Bliss and Sister Jax. For her to just swoop in and take the title back.
But WWE has done this time and time again. How many title reigns does Sasha Banks have?
Well, that's an entirely different story.
How many title reigns does she have?
4.
How many are lengthy?
0.
They lasted probably accumulation of a month all combined.
Well, because she would lose at the pay-per-view, and then she would win the next night.
And then lose
at the next pay-per-view.
And that was when she was feuding a lot with Charlotte still, so they were flopping back and forth.
She lost every title to Charlotte except for the one she lost to Alexa Bliss.
Yes. Was it Alexa? Or was it Bailey?
Alexa. Bailey beat Charlotte for the title.
Yeah.
And then Bailey lost it to Alexa.
That's right, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. That broke my heart a little bit. Because Bailey deserves better. But so does Alexa. Nia doesn't at the moment.
Wow.
She's on top of the world! What better can you get?
A better script?
When you have Michael B. Hayes writing scripts, P. Hayes, B. Hayes,
P.S.
P.S. Hayes, whatever. P.S. Fuck off, you suck at writing. Next was the tag match that confused all of us with Braun Strowman and Finn Balor versus Dolph and Drew. Did not see the match ending the way it did. I was actually shocked.
But I am happy for it.
Oh, very happy. Like, Braun was in this match, I'm like, great, there goes all hopes and dreams of this tag team being illustrious. But Braun went to go for his giant runaround, I'm gonna bowl you over, bowled the shit out of Drew McIntyre over.
Now, the best one of those, actually, I believe it's the first time he did it. It was in the Mixed Match Challenge against the Uso and his wife. Look that one up. That one was the best one.
Even better than the Kevin Owens ones?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to look. I don't remember that. I watched the match, I just don't remember that part.
Because I physically remember watching the match and going, holy shit.
Holy shit.
He's dead. That man is now obsolete.
Yeah. But, which ended up leading this match to Finn Balor being distracted by what happened outside. Dolph smacking the top rope, making Finn Balor come down on his golden nuggets, which he then got pinned, and lost the match.
Brother McIntyre also broke the trophy.
He did. And I don't know if that was intentionally or if it happened...
Nobody knows.
Yeah, they didn't even mention it. The camera pointed to it, and then it seemed like Vince was yelling at him not to look at that, and he went...
It was either a way to quietly make it so they never have to bring that trophy out again, or it was an accident.
Or maybe this is a feud coming up for Braun and Drew McIntyre.
I don't think so.
You broke my trophy. Now you're gonna get these hands.
Braun!
Did you know that Braun's hands are actually their own entity in the world? They lived past lives as well. That's why they are so strong.
Jesus.
Yes, one of them used to be Muhammad Ali.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
The other
Who's
used to be...
No.
Can you guess?
George Jefferson?
No, I told you, George Jefferson is
Foreman?
the draft. No. Rocky.
Oh, Sylvester.
Who?
No. Used to be Rocky.
Rocky didn't die.
He's dead now.
Who? Woo! Well, that being said, right before that match as well was another segment in the back where Jinder Mahal got speared hard.
To a very flimsy-looking wall.
To
Very
cardboard
flimsy
wall.
looking wall. And then Kurt was like, Jinder, the match must go on. Which then in turn led to your boy, Kevin Owens, being put into this match.
Now, I was actually rather disappointed that it turned out to be Brother Owens. Not because I don't like him, but because I expected somebody else. I expected some kind of maybe surprise return because they're in London, after all.
You were hoping on Neville.
No.
Oh.
I've been off that ship longer than you.
You know what I thought of, though? Because
What?
they're in UK, not of Neville. I thought Pete Dunne was going to come out.
Mm.
And then I was like, oh man, like that could be really good for him to just automatically get pushed up and then boom, this is where he's going to be. Because they done tapings to NXT. I didn't watch them yet, but like I'm watching it by week basis that I don't spoil myself. But apparently Pete Dunne is going to lose that belt. I don't know who, but he's going to lose that belt soon.
Maybe the winner of the UK tournament.
Yeah,
Probably.
That's probably exactly what's going to happen.
And then that's probably going to cue Pete Dunne to come up to the main roster, probably on Raw after SummerSlam.
There is one person that I would love to be in that UK tournament and win it, but it's impossible because he's signed to New Japan now, and that's Zack Sabre Jr.
He's not coming to the WWE for a while. You need to give up on this.
I want Zack Sabre Jr.
Well, I'm sorry, but you're not going to get it.
Just like I want Kenny Omega, and that's never going to
I
happen.
want Will Ospreay.
Oh, I love Ospreay.
That's a possibility.
He's so good.
And he's so freaking, was he 23?
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Because he's younger than us.
Let's not talk about that. What's next?
Bobby Lashley versus Elias versus Kevin Owens for the Money in the Bank qualifying match.
Your boy Kevin's in it?
My boy Kevin's in it. And see, now I was happy because Bobby Lashley actually, you got to see a little bit more of his offense in this. He ended up hitting the Dominator in the match, which I was super excited about. But he ended up getting screwed by Sami Zayn, who pulled him out of the ring, threw him into the barricade, and then gave him the hull of a kick. Which then led to Elias
If
eating
Shelby
the
was
pin.
here. should be like, Helluva.
I mean, Sister Shell is not wrong.
Hell of a kick.
That's what I say. Hell of a
No, it's the Helluva kick, but it's hell of a kick.
No, it's this, but it's this. Make up your mind.
Shut your mouth. Alright?
Oh, good one.
Make up
When my
your
hand
mind.
goes up, your mouth goes shut. Ow, ow, ow! Quit beating me, you piece of shit. Why are you laughing?
Yes. The two losers are fighting each other. Yes. Oh shit. Oh, okay. You win. Kick out that two.
You want to go some more?
No, that's the end of Raw.
No. Because I didn't say Kevin Owens won yet.
And that's the
And
end of
Kevin
Raw.
Owens wins
You did say
qualifying.
that Kevin Owens won.
You did say that.
Well, this is awkward. Now I'm going to kick his ass some more.
No.
But that's the end of Raw. I give Raw a B-.
C+.
I didn't get to watch the entirety. I was at work. I work on Mondays.
After what we just explained and all that, what?
It was average.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty average Raw to me. I'd put it at a C+. C+.
And now to the A show.
And now we move on to Smackdown Live, which we got some clarification for the match between Brother Styles and Brother Nakamura, that they would have a match tonight to determine the stipulation for their match at Money in the Bank. After that was clarified, Renee Young inside the ring introduces Brother Bryan, and the crowd is crazy for Daniel Bryan. Literally crazy. They wouldn't even let them talk for the longest time. Now, DB addresses the crowd, the crowd's love for him, and his loss to Rusev, to the point where he says, it's not enough to be back. I want to be on top. Mm-hmm. Daniel Bryan says he will be champ, and then Big Cass comes out, and we know how that goes.
Not good.
Brother Cass actually made an excuse for tapping out. He said he only tapped out so we could get out of the hold faster, not due to pain. Just so we could beat him from pillar to post once again. It comes to this point where Brother Cass mocks Brother Bryan and calls him a loser. And once Brother Cass finally gets in the ring, Brother Bryan beats him down pretty viciously, actually. Brother Bryan ends up getting a heel hold on him, and he does not let go until referees and such come out and break the hold. He then does more work to the knee and heel area, and it looks like at this point Big Cass is he's on his route to Berryville.
Yeah. He's now Little Cass.
I kind of feel like it's well deserved after what he did.
Yeah.
That is why he's on his route to
That's just,
Berryville.
yeah.
That's just being a shit
And he
shit
talked
person.
about it too.
Yeah.
He said, I'm gonna continue to beat you, just like I beat that little person. At least he did not say midget.
Yeah. But that also being said, somebody has actually recently been cleared for everything being an Enzo Amore. Do you see a possible return from him?
No. He already had too much hot water in the company beforehand. He's not coming back.
I beg to differ. Because there's one thing Vince loves is the ability to sell.
Sell shirts.
And
Vince
Enzo
also loves
was
the
one of
ability-
their best sellers.
Vince also loves the ability to control what he has. And apparently Enzo wasn't controllable.
Well, see, the thing with Enzo, too, you kind of have to feel and understand for him in some form. Because, like, if he tells them, he's going to be in hot water regardless. But also, do you want to go up to your boss and be like, hey, listen, I've got possible rape allegations on me, dealing with law right now. Your boss is going to be like, what the fuck?
Well, it's not just that. It's all the things leading up to it, too. There was so much heat on him backstage beforehand. There was so much controversy with this and that with other superstars.
But they gave him a cruiserweight title with that heat on him that was backstage.
Yes, they gave him a cruiserweight title because Vince is like, we have heat on you, but we're going to put you in this because why not?
You sell shirts. And lots of shirts.
But then 3 strikes, he's out. I don't see it happening.
But you can't really say 3 strikes.
What do you mean?
How many times have multiple superstars been fired from WWE? Multiple times been fired.
And Vince's motto: never say never.
Never say never. I'm saying never.
I'm saying there's a possibility.
I see a possibility of him returning.
Not for them for the ability to sell shirts, but for him to be like, I need Cass to go over. Let's bring Enzo as a heel. Team up with Cass again. Bring that stupid band back together. I don't know. Maybe Vince doesn't like Cass anymore for the fact that he went behind Vince's back. I have no idea what goes through that guy's head.
Well, anyway, continuing on. The Miz then came down and joined commentary for The New Day versus The Bar. I would also like to point out that Brother Mike is amazing on commentary. Whenever he's on commentary, it's great. Just want to point that out. The chemistry between The New Day and The Bar show very well in that match. It came down to Brother E taking out Brother Sheamus, and Brother Woods hit the elbow on Brother Cesaro for the win. Now, one of the members of the New Day is going to be in Money in the Bank, and I believe it is going to be Brother E.
See, that's what threw me off. Because when I caught the recap of that match, it said New Day qualifies for Money in the Bank.
Yes.
Not a New Day member.
They have to decide.
Yes, they have to decide.
That's where I think that's where they screwed up again. Because of these eluded tag team Money in the Bank contracts.
Well, it's a lot easier to write a graphic for the New Day qualify as opposed to a member of the New Day.
I think this is a screw up on them again, saying that there's going to be contracts for tag team titles at Money in the Bank.
No, I don't see it. I don't even think it's happening.
I think it is because it's still going around.
We're still
everywhere.
a month away.
That's why I read an article saying that they figured they have plenty of time to actually release that information. That's why they pulled it from the show originally.
And think about it. After the Smackdown this week, there's no more spots open for anything.
Yep,
so like all the qualifying matches are pretty much done.
Well, there's one more spot for the men's. The women still have 4 spots, I believe. Well, either way, we then get a promo from the Brothers of Bludgeon, and they talk about running down SmackDown teams, but they haven't faced the club. I don't think they faced Brother Sheamus and Brother Cesaro yet.
No.
But they haven't been on TV in forever, so who cares?
Yeah, last time we saw the Bludgeon Brothers in the ring was the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Yes. This then leads to a backstage segment with Paige on her cell phone telling Carmella that she was not invited to the royal wedding, even though she's British, so therefore Carmella did not get an invitation. Also telling her that she cannot have a horse-drawn carriage to her royal celebration. Somebody's popular. You can check your phones, please go on. We'll wait for you.
It's just going off. It's fine.
It's fine? Is it? Might I take it away?
No.
Then what? It clearly isn't fine.
You gotta take his phone away too.
I'm reading along.
He is actually reading things. I've been looking. You were texting.
Oh, I'm sorry, princess.
Well, I don't want to have to hear it.
You can hardly hear it. It's on vibrate.
I heard the vibration.
Do you want me to put the tone on? Then we'll hear Transformers.
Why don't you just put it on silent? Like I do.
Problem solved.
There's a button.
Yeah? That still makes it vibrate, princess.
Silent is silent.
No, this makes it vibrate still, unless you are physically in your settings, have it turned so that your vibrate's off completely. Yeah. I don't, because that way if I still don't wake up to an alarm, I will wake up to the vibrations.
Okay. I can just set my phone from vibrate to silent, but iPhones are weird. So,
Dominant race.
says the one who a few years ago talked about how it was shit phone.
It still is.
That was a while back.
He's jumped back and forth from things.
I've never stuck with iPhone this long.
See? It won't last. So then,
I would have already gone back to Android.
Sister Mandy and Sister Sonia come into the office and keep expecting to get things based off their past relationships with Paige. They expect to be inserted into the Money in the Bank. And then when Paige tells them that they have to qualify for it, they expect it to be a handicap match. Paige tells them, no, it's going to be a triple threat match against Sister Lynch. Then, Sister Renee interviews Brother Styles and asks Brother Styles what he would pick for the stipulation if he wins. Now, Brother Styles goes on to say, he starts to joke about the different stipulations he could pick. But in the end, Brother Styles says no matter what, Brother Nakamura cannot beat him.
In the house that A.J. Styles built.
Yes, that is exactly how we worded it. Thank you, Brother Arcades.
Arcades?
Yes, Brother Arcades. Brother Sinestro.
Ooh, I kind of like that. It's like a
What
Spider-Man.
am I, like cilantro?
It's like a Spider-Man villain.
So after that, we get the long-awaited debut of Brother...
Jake Constantino! Yes! What? Isn't that what we were waiting for?
Of Brother Andrade Cien Almas and Sister Selena Vega. Against...
Jake Constantino! Some local jobber.
Yes, Brother Almas hits him rather hard.
Yeah.
Very, very hard. Brother Almas hits the Hammerlock DDT and wins rather quickly. And then Sister Vega grabs a microphone, runs down Smackdown saying that this is all they have to offer. They were looking for much more competition, and they expect better. Which, I kind of wish it wasn't a squash match for his first match. I'm a little bit disappointed.
What do you think his first feud's going to be, knowing that Money in the Bank's around the corner? Does he wrestle at Money in the Bank?
Yes, he has to at this point.
Against who?
I do not know.
Because I feel like all hopes of him being in the Money in the Bank.
Well, the final match is announced next week and he's not in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless something happens.
Maybe they could feed him Brother Dillinger.
Oh, God.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, God.
It wouldn't. Ty deserves better.
Are you gonna do like my former iteration did and go on Facebook and post hashtag so and so deserves better?
I there's not enough hashtags in this planet.
Yes.
There isn't enough hashtags in this planet for me to go down this list of people who deserve better in the WWE.
Well, there can be an infinite number of hashtags if you do so wish.
I don't have. I would need like the holy Bible of hashtag.
So be it. Make it.
Oh, shit. The hashtag Bible. The Bible hash.
Hash.
Sister Selena ends by saying, "We came to take over."
You're not in NXT anymore, Vega. Sorry. You can't take over anything. You can put the Smackdown on there, can't you?
In the end, it does not matter what she says because Brother Sinestro will continue to stare at her hips.
Is that what you like?
Yep.
He has a thing for Hispanic women.
Those hips don't lie, I guess.
Her everything don't lie.
He also likes women who are rather aggressive.
You like aggressive women?
Yes.
He likes to have knives thrown at him.
I've been chased with a knife by my ex.
He had an erection.
I didn't say I had an erection, but it's the thrill of the chase.
Is that why you always pick on Shelby?
Yeah.
Hopefully to get that thrill of the chase.
Why always on the podcast?
She doesn't listen into all this.
Other people do.
Who doesn't know?
What I'm gonna say, as my previous incarnation said before, it is your fault for not just playing it off. It is your fault for turning...
Because!
It is your fault for turning flush red.
I don't expect shit. Fuck!
Would you like to take a breather?
Continue!
Would you like to take a breather?
No. Just go on with what is known as Sackdown Live now.
Oh.
So Rusev and Aiden.
Yes. Brother Rusev and Brother English were backstage. And Brother English talks about how he had prepared a new song for Brother Rusev winning the Money in the Bank ladder match, yes.
Did he sing it by any chance?
He did not! he started to run down the city of London, and then before he got to sing, Sister Lana came and told him to save his song, and announced that next week she has a qualifier match against Sister K of the Iconics. They then say that they will be Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank for the first time ever!
See, that qualifying match, it's got me confused.
And I think it has everyone rather perplexed.
Because neither of them would get a push.
No, because they give everything to Sister Royce, and Lana has only been fodder.
Fact.
But I think this is going to be a way for them to not have Peyton Royce in the match, but have her presence.
Yeah.
And them try to give Billie Kay something, because they have not given her anything.
But is Lana still got Tamina as a muscle?
No, Tamina has not been seen in a very long time.
I think she's slowly leading to one of this year's releases.
That or she's hurt again. Very injury prone.
Very. Which, then again, could lead to one of this year's releases.
You know who else could lead to one of this year's releases? Perfect 10.
We're not talking about that.
It's very possible.
We're not talking about that. You're just
scared
hoping.
as hell.
Yeah.
You're hoping for
wonderful.
Why would I hope for that?
You're both hoping for that, because then if the Perfect 10 is out of the WWE, that means his chances with Peyton Royce continuing plummet.
Yes, I am very excited about this. Yes, I did not even think of the possibilities.
Broken Zel needs help.
Shelby,
What about her? You need help, sir.
as do you. Because 10
I
minutes
do
ago,
not.
you were face down in the blankets.
Well, now I'm prepared for you guys to make a comment randomly. So get fucked, both of you, right now. And 2, you need help, sir.
Do you really want me to follow up with what's in my head right now?
No, I don't, because I don't want to know what's in your head
You
right
know
now.
exactly what I'm thinking after what you just said.
What the fuck was that for?
Whoa, the fuck was that for?
I was blowing a bubble.
Whoa!
Yeah.
What happened after that?
The Royal Celebration!
That's right. So sick of Carmella.
Completely equipped with a town crier and the guards, or beef eaters, as you will if you live in Britain.
The beef eaters.
Which is also a gin.
Oh, really?
Yes, we have it as my job, beef eater.
Sitting on that
Yeah.
gin and juice.
I didn't know that.
Yes, trust me, when you go behind the bar, you get your laughs out of it for about a week and then it's done. It's like,
Damn.
what's the house gin? Beef eater. What?
Nani?
She gets introduced by the town crier, has the guards, the whole nine. The guard comes out with the title. She enters the ring. She tells the crowd, for the next 10 seconds or so, show me your admiration and cheer for me. And of course, she gets booed.
Poor Carmella.
She also says, you're going to cheer for a newborn baby, but not me. Insults the royal baby. Insults so many superstars. Says that she's better than anyone. She said that she's better than Sister Stratus and Sister Lita combined.
You're definitely getting booed for that.
At that point, Sister Paige makes her way to the ring. And she says the first thing that she has to say is, it's great to be back home. Then announces that she came out to tell Carmella who her opponent will be for Money in the Bank. Her opponent is tomorrow's Empress, Asuka. Yes.
And Carmella isn't ready for Asuka.
Or is Asuka not ready to get another L
She's not losing to Carmella.
to Carmella?
Not losing to Carmella.
Really? Because Charlotte lost clean to Carmella.
She lost. You're right. I forgot that. I forgot that.
It's very possible Asuka's going to lose.
Asuka's not losing. I'm sorry.
So Carmella's going to drop the title at Money in the Bank.
Yep.
Okay.
Now,
Can't wait for predictions.
I've been saying
Cannot
this.
wait for predictions.
Now, Sister Asuka makes her way to the ring, but Sister Carmella makes her way out of the ring. She wants no part of Asuka.
Yep.
We now go to Renee Young backstage, who's interviewing Brother Shinsuke this time. And she asks him about his chances, and he says, "What does chance mean?" She said, "What about the possibilities?" And he says, "Possibilities?" And he tells her that she's asking all the wrong questions. He says it's not chance, it's certainty. He says that he will win, and AJ's face will be gone. I guess you can say it will be deleted!
And as the oh so great Corey Graves says every time, Kinshasa! By ripping AJ Styles' face off.
Now then, we have our triple threat match to qualify for the Women's Money in the Bank. Sister Lynch against Sister Rose with her softcore porn star music, and Sister DeVille, who got some very interesting strobe lights. It reminds me of a certain Porygon back in the day.
Bay.
I like how we completely skipped over the whole seizure reference, but okay. Mandy Rose is the first to strike against Sonya Deville, much to the surprise of Sonya Deville.
Yep, tried to roll her up.
Yep. The whole match goes back and forth. Rose goes for a knee on Sister Lynch, and Sister Lynch dodges, and Sister DeVille catches it to the face. And then Sister Rose tries to pull a roll-up on Sister Lynch, but it turns into a Disama, and Sister Rose taps out. Sister Lynch qualifies for the Money in the Bank.
I am so happy. You have no idea. The second I saw that, I texted this numbnuts. With how excited I was, and was like, Becky could win it.
She could. It could lead to a heel turn.
Mm-hmm.
It's a possibility.
But it's not going to happen.
Probably not.
I have high hopes and dreams that it's going to happen.
Is she going to be a pick?
I'm not saying that yet.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're saying she's going to be a pick.
He's going to come down to reality. He's going to pick Carmella.
No.
He's going to pick...
Carmella.
He's going to pick Carmella over Asuka.
Money in the Bank.
No.
Yeah.
Listen. This match is very difficult for me, this Money in the Bank match, because both my bays are in it.
So which one do you pick?
I don't know. I'm conflicted.
As he starts to bite his nails.
That's how conflicted I am.
This is a man who, when he bites his nails, I can hear him chew.
Pitin!
We also get an announcement that next week, the final men's Money in the Bank qualifier will be Samoa Joe against Brother Cass. Samoa Joe then cuts a very mean and intense promo on Brother Cass. Basically saying that Brother Cass is Brother Joe's next target, and we will find out how truly big or small he really is. He says that he will put Brother Cass to sleep, as he says he will put everyone to sleep. But unfortunately, due to booking, he hasn't put that many people to sleep yet.
No.
At least not on the main roster. And then, the Iconics get a promo about Lana, and they play some word association, which I believe this was their best promo so far. It was the perfect level of annoyance and selfishness, in my mind. Because they have been very overbearing.
Eric cannot stand them. He's just shaking his head.
They just drive... I love them, but they drive me nuts.
But that's what they're supposed to do.
They absolutely drive me up a fucking tree.
So they're doing their job! Wonderful!
Use your mouth for better things.
I'm sorry, what did you just say about my babe?
Use your mouth for better things. Like actually cutting promos.
That's what they do.
No, like I'm talking about a legitimate promo. Not being obnoxious.
That is their stick. That is their promo.
They're not as obnoxious as Carmella, but still.
It's rather true. Carmelo is the most obnoxious. We then get our main event, Brother Nakamura versus Brother Styles. These two seem to continue to ramp it up each match, which is a good thing in my mind.
I think this is gonna end up continuing past Money in the Bank and into SummerSlam at this point.
I believe this promo is running through to SummerSlam. I believe it as well. The way that this match ended, Brother Styles went for the phenomenal forearm, and Brother Shinsuke ducked, and Brother Styles almost took out the referee. As Brother Styles was attending to the referee, Brother Shinsuke pretended that he got hit in the balls.
Yeah.
The referee turned around and saw that, and he asked Brother Styles, "Did you hit him in the balls?" And Brother Styles says, "No." And the referee disqualifies it. No, I'm sorry, I lied. That's just what I assumed was going to happen.
That's what I thought was going to happen too, but then he hit him
Brother Nakamura hits him with the reverse exploder, and then hits him with the Kinshasa, and wins the match. We do not know the stipulation he's going to pick. I am still rather confused as to what stipulation they can go for. I still believe that it will be an Iron Man match.
Predictions! Zel says Iron Man. Synyster says...
Last sack standing match.
And I say a ladder match.
That would be rather boring.
I think it's going to be a ladder match. I have a theory. I think it's going to be a ladder match. These are going to kick each other's asses. Money in the Bank gets cashed in on that ladder match. And that person climbs up and takes the belt.
What if they bring back an old match type we haven't seen in a long time? 3 Stages of Hell.
Ooh.
That'd be dope.
I don't believe it's going to happen, but...
Or sack on a pole match.
Oh my lord.
What the hell? Just a pair of balls hanging on the pole.
And that was Smackdown Live. As these two rated Monday Night Raw. Well, this one is having a heart attack. I would give Smackdown a very, very low B minus. Set up a lot of things, set a lot of seeds, and that's what I like.
I agree. I say B minus as well. Yeah, I think it was a bit better than Raw, so that's why it gets the edge.
I give it a B plus because of Bay.
Oh lord!
And the possible sack on a pole match. It's like the cowbell match back in the day. Yeah. You're just smacking them with a pair of testicles.
My God, Michael!
Uncultured. Alright,
205?
Yes, since Sister Shallow's not here, I guess I will take the 205 Live. Now, 205 Live was invaded by the UK superstars this week. It opened with a fatal 4-way with Brother Bate, the debut of Brother Kenny Williams, Brother Kalisto, and Brother TJP. They put on a very good match. Brother Williams showed a lot of offense and a lot of promise.
Who's Williams?
Brother Kenny Williams.
Who is that? Who's Kenny Williams?
He's one of the UK stars.
So he's brand new? We haven't seen him before?
No, we have not.
Okay.
I believe they said he got injured right before the tournament.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So he didn't get to compete.
That makes sense.
But they put on a really good match, especially for a Fatal 4-Way. There was a spot where Brother TJP had all 3 men in a submission hold at the same time. And Brother TJP is wonderful. Honestly, he deserves a little bit better. But there's only so much you can do with one title. This then led to... I don't have notes, so I have to look at it over here.
It's all good.
They hyped up the Cruiserweight Championship match between Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander on May 29th. They also said that next week, Brother Tozawa will face Brother Itami. So it looks like they're officially split up. There was a backstage segment with the also, who was injured last year, Flash Morgan Webster, Cedric Alexander, and Mustafa Ali, who were in the main event in a 6-man tag match. The general manager, Brother Maverick, joins commentary, and then we see Brother Gulak, Brother James Drake, and Brother Joseph Connors, the other 3 men in the 6-man tag match. Once again, they put on a rather nice match, and it came down to Brother Ali and Brother Gulak, where Brother Ali hit the 054 for the victory, and that is how 205 Live ended. All in all, only an hour show with 2 matches. They were very good matches. It was okay. But I feel like nothing happened. So therefore I give it a C+.
I give it like a C-.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
I gotta agree.
Raw was the better show over that. That's for sure.
Nothing happened, but I believe the in-ring work is the only thing that saved it. That's why I give it the C+.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's getting a C-. Otherwise, that would be a flat F.
Yeah. All right. Onward to NXT. The show opened up with None other than Johnny Gargano's music hitting.
My boy!
And now comes Tommaso Ciampa.
What a cock. Fucking hate Ciampa. But I
Ciampa's
love
complaining about losing at TakeOver New Orleans, but he says he'll always win the war. Gargano's sitting at home in a neck brace, and he put him there. Ciampa says he's broken Gargano's heart, mind, spirit, and body. As the crowd chants, "You tapped out." And walking down the ramp is none other than... Eric?
Oh, it's none other than my NXT bae, Candice LeRae.
Oh,
Candice
you didn't
LeRae.
know? The Rock?
So LeRae grabs Ciampa's mic, and she is unhappy. She says she doesn't recognize what Ciampa's become. She doesn't understand. She doesn't understand. I
can't believe you've done this.
She doesn't understand why Ciampa's balls are on a pole. No, I'm playing. She doesn't understand why Ciampa is so obsessed with ruining their lives. Ciampa pretends to wipe tears from his eyes. LeRae says she's done trying to figure out what happened to the man who stood beside her and Johnny on their wedding day. Ciampa's a monster she'll never forgive. She says he'll know that Johnny Gargano was always better than you. Ciampa says maybe Johnny is better than me. But we know that Gargano isn't half the man that he is. That's why he sent his cute, precious wife here instead of confronting him face to face. Says LeRae's always been more of a man than he has. Ciampa makes fun of the crowd chants. He says on their wedding day, he was thinking how LeRae could possibly be marrying a big, and then LeRae slaps him, cuts him off. Ciampa rolls out of the ring to compose himself. LeRae leaves too as the crowd chants at Ciampa, booing him, just yelling at him.
I'm surprised it took this long to bring Sister LeRae into the fold, but I'm happy it happened.
Yeah, I'm liking that the story continues.
I believe the whole story is going to be pushed all the way through to Chicago.
Is it possible that LeRae turns heel?
I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't think so.
On Johnny?
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Just for story. Just to be
I
sided
doubt
with
it.
Ciampa.
I highly doubt it.
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Alright, so singles match next. Lacey Evans versus the iconic, legendary Brandy Lauren. Yes. We all know
Jabba?
who that is, right? Because I don't.
Jabba.
What do you mean? She's like a 20-time indie women's champion.
Oh, is she?
No.
Evans,
She's a local hero.
Evans goes with Lauren, uses the ropes as leverage, swings up, slams her weight down. It's a jobber match. Lacey Evans wins in 2 minutes. That's the whole match.
Did they further the promotion with Kairi Sane?
Post-match, Evans is walking back up the ramp, and Kairi Sane flies in from backstage area, sucker punches Evans. Sane rolls her into the ring, climbs up to the top rope, and Evans rolls out to escape. Sane goes like this, or just for the chairs, and then as Evans goes away, she goes like this. Like, using a... What?
When you said Kairi Sane the first time, you said Kairi Zane. She's not related to Sami Zayn. Just saying. I had to be a dick.
Maybe she'll marry Brother Zane.
No.
And why not?
No.
Why not?
Not allowed.
Why not?
Not allowed!
Why?
Because she is my NXT bae.
She doesn't even know you exist.
Okay, Payne doesn't know you exist, and you're ready to freaking put a hit on Tyler Breeze.
On who?
Tyler Breeze and Ty Dillinger are not related in any way.
Ty Dillinger. You're ready to put a hit on the perfect 10.
Last week, Ricochet opened the show and was confronted by Velveteen Dream. This set up a booking of their match tonight.
Oh, that was yesterday.
Yeah.
That was Wednesday.
Earlier tonight, NXT cameras follow Aleister Black, who is pacing outside of the building. Goes, everyone knows the history between he and the Dream. If Ricochet wants to call himself the one and only, let's find out. Once these guys step in the ring with him, they become the target. Black was looking pretty spiffy in there with a vest and dress pants. He was in a blue suit.
You know what I just remembered?
What?
Last week I told you I knew what the title match was going to be for Chicago, and I never told you afterwards.
Because I don't want to know.
Well, now we do.
Well,
Bada bing!
I'm not going to announce it on the podcast.
Earlier today,
spoiler
Dakota
territory.
Kai is being interviewed by a number of reporters. Nikki Cross interrupts her, holding up a cell phone that is videoing Kai, and she asks when Kai will beat Shayna. With fear comes opportunity. Face the fear. Cross laughs in Kai's face, then stares her down with a serious look and leaves. And so it says Kai is really getting played for his sympathy card here.
Yep.
And it is true.
Yes, she is. I still really want them to book it the way my former iteration said it not so long ago, but I doubt they will. I don't have that much faith.
Mm-hmm. Next up, Velveteen Dream versus Ricochet, #1 contenders match for Alistair's title. And fans are hyped for this match as the chants for both wrestlers. Velveteen got huge chants back and forth with Ricochet a lot. Ricochet looked at the crowd a lot when the crowd was chanting Velveteen, Velveteen. And as Ricochet looked at the crowd, they chanted Ricochet. It was really good. Both these guys are super, super over with the crowd, that's for sure. A little bit of grappling and arm twisting, accompanied by gyrating by both wrestlers. Kicks off this match. Dream successfully takes down Ricochet, but Ricochet applies a head scissors submission for a spell and until Dream escapes and reapplies the side headlock, which doesn't last. A lot of back and forth in this match. So Ricochet shows off the back handspring off the ropes, forearms, and stomps in the corner by Dream on Ricochet. These two collide in opposite corner, destroying each other. Then they both fall down. And then suddenly the crowd began chanting and roaring. It's unclear why. Moments later, we look up on top of the ramp, and it's Lars Sullivan, who rushes into the ring and destroys Velveteen and Ricochet. Completely annihilates both of them, saying the NXT Championship belongs right here around his waist. The winner was no contest. Fourth segment, last one. Oh, wait, we'll skip that one. Excuse me. That doesn't matter. All right, after that, Kathy Kelly is backstage, hoping to get a word with Ricochet. Kelly chases him down as he waits for NXT General Manager William Regal to answer his knocking on the door. Velveteen Dream shows up there too and asks what Ricochet was doing. Ricochet wants Sullivan. Dream says he does too. He opens the door and both men go inside Regal's office, but Regal didn't invite them in. The final segment was earlier today. Dasovich and Knight were talking about Mother's Day. Knight says they don't drink with cheaters, and when they happen upon Thorne and Miller in the hallway, sounds like he might see a fight. We might see a fight between these teams next week. So it's a lot of back and forth with War Machine?
War Raiders.
No, Heavy Machinery. Sorry.
Oh.
Heavy Machinery and TM61. So it looks like they're gonna get a match next week. And then the ending was the 6-man tag, which featured Undisputed Era. A good match. You guys definitely should watch it. I'm not going to go through all of it because I feel like you guys should watch it. There was one point where all 3 members of Oni Lorcan's team all had submissions on the Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
At the end of it all, Lorcan and Birch do this wheelbarrow DDT on O'Reilly and 1, 2, 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So O'Reilly and Lorcan went over.
O'Reilly and Lorcan?
I keep getting their names just because these guys.
Brother Birch
and Lorcan. Pinned O'Reilly 1, 2, 3. Looks like these two guys are gonna get the tag team opportunity.
Championship match. That's what I've been saying, and I'm very happy that they are going to be getting this opportunity.
Did you bring up the Dakota Kai segment?
Yes.
I completely missed you say that.
That's alright.
Yeah.
But that is pretty much NXT in a nutshell. There's one segment here that I said didn't matter, and it doesn't matter at all. And that was... Let me check real quick. Kona Reeves versus Raul Mendoza.
Squash match?
It was squash. Didn't matter.
Your
fans
favorite.
Fans weren't fucking into this match. They hated Kona. They hated Raul got more Raul was getting more chance than freaking Kona was getting boos. That's how bad it was.
I believe his name is the finest Kona Reeves.
Whatever. The shittiest Kona Reeves, whose finisher move is called the Hawaiian drop. It's a modified Samoan drop. Instead of going backwards on your back, the guy on the back goes forwards on his stomach. So you put him on the back like this, and then he like flips him that way. Fucking weird. And then he does like the people's elbow off the second rope. That's his signature, I'm guessing.
Sounds like you like him a lot.
Oh my god, he's so great.
So what would you grade NXT?
B+, because of the 6-man tag you gotta watch, and the segment with Ricochet and Velveteen. And the Tommaso and Candice LeRae was really good too.
And you missed the ending.
I said the ending.
For next week.
Oh, what was the next week?
Handicap match. After NXT, Ronaldo announced that next week will be a handicap match with Ricochet and Velveteen
versus Lars
Sullivan.
Okay.
Well, like, seeing as all the ratings, it seems like we had a wonderful week in the land known as WWE.
Wonderful! It's been an interesting week. I just gotta see where some of it's going forward, because I feel like Raw still has no direction.
No, not at all.
I feel like they're running blind.
But I can easily make predictions. Easily right now. It wouldn't, like, it's in my opinion, we're going to save that obviously for when it comes, but in my opinion, this is going to be wicked easy to decide who's gonna win what. Money in the Bank.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so.
I believe there's some curveballs they could throw at us.
They definitely can throw a curveball now, especially with Kevin Owens being in the Money in the Bank match.
With Brother Owens, with Brother Rude, with Brother Finn. If Samoa Joe qualifies.
If Samoa Joe qualifies, that's crazy. And if you think about it, everyone is an NXT alumni on the Raw side.
Not
Braun Strowman was technically one of the Rosebuds.
but he never.
Because it's Brother Rude, Brother Finn, Brother KO. Yes, it's not Brother Strowman.
Yeah.
And on the SmackDown side, we have
A New Day member.
a New Day member.
Which we don't know yet.
If it's Kofi, then it's not an NXT alum. But
Yes.
Xavier and Big E both were in NXT.
Then we have Brother Miz, Brother Mike, who is not
Yeah.
an NXT alumni.
Mhm.
Oh Lord, who's the last one? Who's the other one? I can't remember. Wow, this is awful. This is terrible.
Oh, Rusev.
Ah, yes, another alumni.
Wow, can't believe you forgot Rusev for a second. Rusev Day. Rusev Day. Rusev Day.
That being said, is there anything else we need to cover in this episode?
Ah, yes, I believe we do. We were going to discuss something that happened earlier this evening. We mentioned this earlier, but earlier this week we had a call out. A call out from our Broken Zel
Rightfully so. It was a rightful call out.
to our Nell brother, MisterArcadia, for a 2 out of 3 falls match. Stipulations were Zell has to cut a promo if he loses, and he'll never challenge MisterArcadia in 2K18 ever again.
And if I lost, there was nothing.
There was no
There was
stipulation.
no stipulation for you.
It was my pride on the line.
Right.
His pride was on the line. Well, we performed that. We put his pride on the line before this podcast this evening. Do you want to enlighten us on what happened?
Well, the video will already be up.
Is it up yet?
The video will be up before this video.
Okay, well, but did you want to... Fair. Well, the loser being Zell. Broken Zel, unfortunately, couldn't pull out all the stops this time around. And going forward, can never pull out the stops again.
Well, I can never challenge Brother Arcades. But if he does challenge me, that is a different story.
That is.
And after the match that we put on, I'm sure he'll want to do it again.
I don't know about that. I think he wants to hold his pride and your pride in his hands.
And then after that match, someone else took the controller and decided to challenge me again. This time, I picked John Cena, and he picked Seth Rollins. And he, as well, found himself to have the same fate as Broken Zel.
We're not done. I didn't put anything on the line.
That's fine.
But there will be something coming later this week. That being said,
You're gonna do that? Really? You're gonna put something on the line? Why don't you make it known right now? Put it on the line right now.
Oh, no.
What's the stipulation?
I'm making you wait.
What's the stipulation?
Just like I'm making them
okay.
wait.
Okay, that's fine.
How long are you going to make them wait?
There will be something on Saturday.
There will be something on Saturday.
Something will be getting posted on Saturday. So keep your eyes
Why
You're
out.
on
putting
Saturday?
a video on Saturday.
Well,
That's what you're saying. You're gonna make a video on Saturday. I'm assuming.
Yes.
You know, I find it funny that you can post videos and all this shit, right? And then when I actually accept it and I make a mockery out of you, look at this poor man right next to me right here. He is not the same man.
Difference between him and I
Go on.
know you.
You know me. Then why couldn't you beat me today?
It's Super Cena!
That just sounds like an
You're
excuse.
done. You're done.
I'm
But I
done.
want your best.
I'm done.
I want your best.
And you're gonna get my best.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want Roman.
You're gonna get.
Because you have one blemish on your record.
Are you gonna choose Eddie Guerrero again?
Maybe I will.
Go for it. I ain't afraid. I ain't a little bitch to tell you that I'm gonna take Roman Reigns. I'm gonna put you down on the mat. I'm gonna pin you 1, 2, 3, like I did with this man right here. And you will go, and you will know your role, and you will fade to black.
I'm gonna tell you something. You.
Make the challenge right now. Make it right now.
I
Do it.
challenge you.
You challenge me. I accept.
You don't know the match type yet, homie.
What's the match type? What's the match type? One arm behind my back while I
That
play
will
with
be
the
yet
controller.
to be determined. But we have an accepted match here.
I ain't shaking your hand until you tell me what the match is and
You'll
what,
accept it regardless.
what is on
because
the line.
your pride
What's
is
on
like
the
my
line?
pride.
What's on the line?
That'll be discussed.
Tell me. Tell me. You can tell me anything. I'll accept it. Just tell me. I want it known right now.
You know what?
What's on the line? What's the match and what's on the line?
I will fight for his pride back. My pride is on the line. And we take your pride and we shove it so far back up your candy ass that you'll never, ever say that Roman Reigns is better than anyone ever again.
What's the stipulation?
I'm kind of confused on the stipulation as well.
I win,
You win.
he gets his pride back.
How,
Shut the hell up.
I don't see how that
Shut
works.
the front door. I win, he gets his pride back,
Do you mean I get my...
and you never get to use Roman again.
That's what you want.
Yes.
What I want is a little different from what you want, though.
What?
You want to make this known right now?
Can I get some clarification?
Go for it. Go for it.
Does this mean I can challenge him again, or I don't know exactly?
You can challenge him again
Okay, that's...
if I beat him.
And if I win, this is my thing to you. If I win, I want something from you in live on camera. I want you to take as much as I want. So I'm going to take a giant thing full of mayonnaise, and you're going to eat the mayonnaise. Do you accept, you worthless little bitch?
Oh! Oh,
If
God.
you're so confident, you shouldn't be scared right now. You should do it right now. Take the challenge. What kind of match? 1-on-1? 2 out of 3? What kind of match? Last man standing? What kind of match?
I think I know which match he's gonna go for. It's rather particular for him. I got this.
No disqualification? So he can use his fucking bat?
No, he loves his... Do you know that he loves the bat, too?
He loves the bat.
Do you know the story about the kendo stick?
No.
He tried to start off with me with the kendo stick in a match, and then I ended up getting the kendo stick and beat the shit out of him, and then won. Anyway, I got your match type. I know exactly what you're going for.
Hell in a Cell?
Hell in a Cell!
That's what you want? Hell in a Cell. I win, spoonful of mayonnaise. You win, he gets his pride back.
See that?
I don't care.
You see this?
I don't care.
This is
At
what's
the
gonna
end-
happen to Roman!
At the end of the
I'm
day,
gonna be on top.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter whose hand's on top. It's your back on the mat. 1, 2, 3.
I believe this is your back on the mat right now.
1, 2,
Just
3.
like he gets
1,
his pride back,
2,
and you
3.
bury Roman.
1, 2, 3.
Congratulations.
You're done.
You've buried
You're
him
done.
more than what WWE
And I'm
is
gonna
going
enjoy you. Eat that.
Yes!
Big spoonful of mayo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Phenomenal Podcast! Yeah! We have Brother Sinestro and Brother Arcadies, and I am Broken Zel, and we will see you next time! Yes!